Hello friends, this is Sandy from ledouxdesigns. I am super excited tonight because we are going to have some crafty fun and a giveaway to boot. So you want to make sure you hang around. I will announce that again in a moment. But tonight we are going to use our the Great Grape stamp set. So we are going to use this little girl right here, our Vanelope Bond Schweetz, because we're going to have a sweet time tonight. And I am pulling out markers while I am talking to you guys to let you know what's going on. But really excited about this because we are going to have a giveaway, and it is going to be a pretty good giveaway. So definitely want to stick around for a few minutes. I'm waiting for a couple more people to jump on before I announce how you'll win tonight. Well, I guess, hi Linda. Thank you for popping on. I'm going to pull markers and get ready to do my stamping because we are going to play with Vanelope von Schweetz tonight. And this is going to be a sweet night. So the whole stamp set looks like this. You get Wreck-It Ralph and Fix-It Felix. And I want to say that this is probably, is that taffeta?
I think so.
I think that's taffeta. And then Vanelope von Schweetz. I really, really like her, and we are going to try and color her. The colors of her, like the regular colors. Hey Meg, stick around, don't jump away because there's a giveaway tonight. I haven't announced how exactly you get it yet or what it is, but there will be a giveaway tonight. So you'll want to stick around. This is my Vanelope Bond Schweetz. So we are going to color our girls somewhat like this one. So I'm just going to set her off to the side so I can look at her. Make sure somebody comments so I can make sure the comments are working, especially before I announce what's going to happen tonight. There we go. Thank you, Meg. Hello, hello. Super excited about this. So what we're going to do first is we are going to we're going to color up our Vanelope von Schweetz. And then if you haven't heard of it ever before, this is, I have an extra die set. Those of you who know me know that I used to work with, oh, I forgot I re-inked my ink pad. Now I got a big old mess. I used to own and run Sweet Sentiment stamps with someone a while back. And the company isn't in business anymore, but the dies were designed by me. And I happen to have an extra one of them that we are going to use tonight. So the fun part is, since I have an extra die set, someone on this live who pops in and out, or at least is here for a moment or two, will be able to get their name in the drawing for the die. And in 1 minute, I will show you what that die looks like. So I just need to get my little girl done here. So not a stamp set tonight, but tonight it's going to be a die set. So if you've been following me for a long time, you'll know it when I say what the name is. I hate it when my ink pad is like this. It makes me so frustrated. So I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but sometimes I have fuzzies all over my ink pad. And when I stamp, it leaves fuzzies on the images, and I don't want that. So, hey Beth, I'm super glad you guys are popping in. So, tonight, in order to be in the drawing, it's not hard. Trust me, my drawings are pretty easy. I don't make you guys work too hard to win. All you have to do is list your favorite candy. And just list your favorite candy, and after the live, I will go through and write everyone's name down who commented what their favorite candy is. You hate puzzles. All you have to do is tell me what your favorite candy is, and everyone who comments with their favorite candy will be entered into the drawing. It will be a random drawing drawn, and Dale will draw the names, so it is legit. And you will win this die set. So it's called the open box die. It's an open box die template. There you go, Swedish fish. I love Swedish fish. And we're gonna make this tonight. So this is the standard panel piece, and then this is the belly band, and then there are accent pieces as well. So with love and the shadow die, for you and the shadow die, and then 2 hearts. So the whole set, I just happen to have an extra one with instructions in the back. It was $29.99. It is free to one person tonight. Now my set that I have, that I've been using, I lost the long piece that cuts the belly band, but I designed the dies, so it's not going to be a problem for me to make a belly band. Reese's peanut butter for the win. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. And you would be surprised at how many different things you can put in this little bitty open box template. I've done lots of things, and I'll give you several examples. We'll use this piece as our scratch paper. I'll give you several examples before when I'm actually making the project, but I definitely want everyone who would like to have a chance to win. And then I would love to see what you do with it, because so many people have done so many different things, but due to the tariffs and everything, I can't bring these dies back right now because nobody in the US makes dies, and I would have to go to China. And with the, you know, everybody knows I can't afford to pay all of the tariffs. So, no dies for now, but I am working on lots and lots of other stuff that will come back, and new stuff and exciting stuff, and you guys just have to be patient for about another month. All right, so this is our Vanelope. I'm gonna zoom in, and the skin tones, I've already chosen the skin tones. So I have E000 for the base coat, and then RV95, E11, E01, and then E00. And then for the nose and the mouth and the cheeks, we're going to use RV34 and R11. So I'm going to sit these guys in my little Copic holder to hold them, and my colorless blender, while I'm working on my colors. And I will put in here the cap colors in case you guys want to color along. Or I guess what I forgot to say in the beginning was this image is from the Sassy Club, and the stamp set is called Great Grape. And she has 2 stamp sets, so you can also get King Candy in the other set, and let's see, I have a few of them stamped out. You get some of the other racers, and you get another Ralph and you get a Vanelope in her car, her race car. So there's 2 sets, and they're both really awesome. So you won't want to miss out on those. When Dale comes back in here, I'll ask him to pull the other set so you can see both sets. But I really like Wreck-It Ralph, and Vanelope Fun Schweetz is one of my favorites. Of course, that's why I had the little pop girl, because, you know, she's so cute. And I'm going to see if I can find some embellishments with like peppermints on it to put in her hair. But if I can't, we won't be able to do that. But if I can, we're going to sprinkle up her hair as well. So we'll just have to see if I can find some in my stash. I don't know if I have any left after Christmas. I might have used them all at Christmas time. Not sure. But I'm going to not forget to do her little ears. And she has a teeny spot for her neck, and then her little hands. And that is all the skin that's showing. So, yeah. It's so much fun. Okay, so I have RV95. Instead of using EO4 like I do sometimes, I decided to make it just a little bit softer tonight with this RV95. But I just love, every time I see her, she just reminds me of candy. She just makes me want to have candy. And I didn't get to finish my dinner because I mean, I was used to the lives being at 9 instead of 8. And before I knew it, it was 8. And Dale put dinner in front of me, and I didn't get to eat it because we had to go live. So I'm sure my baked potato is not going to be that great after I finish hanging out with you guys. But I'll get used to the time change. Or we'll change it back. I don't know. Just depends on how it goes. But for now, seems like I have less people here on at 8 o'clock than I did at 8:30, even though people were drifting off. I mean, I just think maybe it might be better to move the time back, but I'll wait just a little bit longer and see how that goes. I mean, it's not Monday. Everybody should be, like, settling in, I would think. It's Tuesday. This is just a little bit of cheeky color. You know, I like to go over my colors. So, I used R11 for that. Now, I'm going to use E11 to blend out from my shadow color. So, we're just going to soften that line and bring that all together. This color is the around the outside color as well. So I definitely need to get quite a bit of this color in there somewhere. You know, we don't want to have just a little bit of it. Since it's the around the outside color, it's got to be quite a bit in there. She shouldn't be too hard to color. She's just a little girl. Maybe it'll be better at 8:30. People are winding down then. Yeah, you know, you might be right. That might be a better time. We may have to change to that because I was not ready, that's for sure. And if other people are having the same thing as me, you know, Dale got home from work. He started dinner. Then when he got it done, it was too late. I like all times. I like to color all the time. This is EO1, and it is like just an extra color to add a little bit more peachy pink to her face, because instead of using one of the darker colors, I want her to look, you know, she's from the candy place. She needs to have like a little bit of candy look to her. So I kind of wanted to add that little bit of pink, which is the EO1. So I'm going to just put a little bit there in the center where her nose is. You're not going to be able to see that as a line like you can see it right now, but it'll give it just a little bit of an impression. Hey Beth, did we lose you and then you came back? Is Facebook kicking people out? I hope not. E00 is next. Well, you guys could get lucky. I mean, if nobody else shows up, there's only two of you, two possible people who could win right now, so you guys have good chances unless a whole bunch of people decide to pop in at the end. There we go. So it's a little bit light around her eyes, so I'm going to add just this second coat real quick just to make sure that it all blends together very nicely. And then we're going to finish her nose and her mouth. We're going to finish those. Let me get a little bit on her hands as well. So whenever I use RV95, sometimes it feels like that color like mixes too evenly with the E11 and doesn't leave as much of a shadow. So I'm going to show you what I do when that happens. So this is the RV34. I'm just adding a little bit more in here. I want her nose to be pretty rosy. You lost me to the weather station? Oh no, I hope you're not having bad weather. Then I'm using R11 to kind of blend that out. I mean, it's totally fine here. No rain or anything. There we go. So now she has cute pink little nose. Hello, Cheryl. I am great. How are you tonight? Okay, so I was about to show you what happens if so you can still see the shadow color if you hold this up close, but it kind of faded it a little. So what I do to fix that is I come back in with, let me turn some of this lighting down because I feel like there's a ton of light. There we go. Now you can see it a little better. Oh, just a rainstorm? Okay, good. So when I use RV95, I sometimes go back in and reinforce those shadow areas, but I don't go back in with RV95. I go back in with the second to the darkest color that I used. So the E11 was the second marker that I used, and I go over where I put that RV95, and it deepens that color significantly. So I do like to do this sometimes when I feel like the shadow area has faded out a bit, and that just deepens it up. So you can really see it now, but of course we can't leave those lines on her face. So what you have to do is go to the next one and kind of walk down through the numbers again. It's sort of like a second coat, but you just don't have to spend a lot of time on it. Just soften up that transition period. I say period, but you know what I mean. That transition spot where you can see the lines, and we'll just soften that up and then just judge it as you go. Yes, I'm gonna have to go to the next color. So that was E01, and this is E00, and it's my last color. And I'm just going to soften that up a little bit more so that we get that full look and still have that depth of shadow area. So we don't want her to look like she has a milk mustache, so we can't leave a little white over her eyes. So I think that looks a lot better. It's a little bit deeper and darker and kind of gives that shadow effect just a little bit better than what we had seen before. So Cheryl, tonight there's a drawing tonight. I don't know if you have this because I know you followed us a lot when we were under Sweet Sentiment. So I am going to show you. It's this die set. It's called the Open Box Template. So it's this whole template. I have an extra copy of it. So tonight, all you have to do is comment with your favorite candy. That's it. That's all you have to do to be in the drawing. I want to soften this up. I can still see a light color around her face when I look at the TV. I can't see it in person, but on TV I can see it. So I don't want you guys to be seeing something that I don't see. There we go. Little better. It'll lighten up a little bit. You don't have that? Okay. Well, if you want to have it, just comment with your favorite kind of candy, and you can be entered into the drawing. I'm changing the light in here because I feel like it's just a little too bright, so you weren't getting a good picture. Your favorite what? Candy? Yeah, whatever your favorite kind of candy is. We've already had Swedish Fish and Reese's. And I haven't said what my favorite candy is. I have a lot of favorite candies, and sometimes it changes. But my all-time favorite candy that I've always loved is gummy bears. And then I do like, right now I like the nerd clusters. It seems to be my go-to at this point. RV32, pulling out some markers. Okay. I'm finished with skin. Yes, candy. Okay, so I want to put a little bit of this pink color on her. So RV 34 and 32 are what we're going to use. I'm going to use it for her bow and the soles of her shoes. So I'm going to start with the RV 34. And I'm going to do just along where that front part of her hair is. I mean, this is not a headband, even though it looks like it. It's really not a headband. It is part of her hair, and you'll get what it is when I show you, when I color her hair. So this little scrunchy part right here, that's part of like a scrunch that you put in your hair, I just put lines over like this to give it a little bit of a design on there. You don't have to do that, but I just like to do that. And then I'm just going to do I only have 2 colors, so I'm just going to do the shadow areas with this color, and then we'll come in and do the rest with the next color. So there we go. And then on her shoes, so I'm just going to try to make a thin line with this color, but if you can't do that or you have a problem with the tiny spaces like that, don't worry about it. Just pick one or the other colors and just fill it in. It'll be fine. So RV32 is the other color. So what I'm going to do is just blend out into the remaining white area of this bow. So I just want to get that color on there real light, and then I'm just going to work this line right here to sort of soften it up. And I'm just barely touching the paper because I want to keep it really soft. So one light soft sweep over it, and then I just work this little line, just barely touching the paper. And then it holds that shadow, which I really like. And then I'm going to go down and just finish off by blending those 2 colors together for the soles of her shoes. I mean, normally soles are black, but come on, she lives in the candy world. She lives in a Candy Crush. What's it called? Candy. She has a Candy Racer, or I can't remember right now. It's escaping me. I'm gonna have to watch the show again. Okay, so let's go ahead and do her outfit before we do her hair. any kind of cinnamon candy and taffy. Oh, I love banana taffy. I know that sounds crazy, right? Banana taffy is my favorite. I love banana. Banana. I should be coloring the minions for bananas. Okay, so let's do her leggings first. So I'm going to need like C3, 1, and 0, 0 or colorless blender or something. And then we're going to pull the green color. So we're going to use YG45. And we're going to use B32. I know that sounds a little weird. And then we're going to use YG41. So in order to get the color that we need, this color, we need, if we use just these two, it's going to be too green. If we use just blue, it's going to be too blue. So we kind of need it to be a mixture of the two. So that's why we're going to start with YG45. Then we're going to go to B32, and then we're going to go to YG41. So we're going to do it with these three colors. I know that sounds a little off, but you guys, you'll see. All right, I'm going to start with the C3. Yeah, I was just checking our leggings. There's a design on them that we're going to do. And I thought there was, I just couldn't remember. So I wanted to look at the doll to see for sure if I was right. Okay. So every other stripe is white. And the other ones will be the greenish blue. So, hey Mom, hey Donnell. Look at you people jumping in here. All right, we got 2 new people, so I need to tell you, we're having a drawing tonight. It's probably not helpful to you, Mom, because I think you already own it. But tonight we are giving away a die set. We're going to make the project tonight, and then we're going to give away this die set right here. It's the open box template. So I happen to have an extra one. I say I happen to. I bought the extra one from someone who bought wholesale from us when it went out of business. When we shut down the shop, they wanted to unload it, so I bought it from them, and now I'm going to give it away to one of you because I really appreciate you guys. All right, C00 is the last color. It's extremely light, and it's really just one little swoop across these areas because we want to leave the middle part white. We want it to appear white. So I'll hold it up because this is gray and I know you can't see it very well, but you can tell now that every other one has gray, has a little bit of gray on it to signify the white. So the way that the drawing works tonight is you have to make a comment with your favorite candy. That's all you have to do, and then your name will be in the drawing, and I'll announce it about 20 to 30 minutes after the live, and you'll know tonight. Okay, so I'm going to use this multi-liner. I think maybe I want to use the 25 instead. So I'm going to use my multi-liner 0.25. This is going to give me a really fine line. It's an extremely small tip. And what I want to do is put a line in the middle in black of each one of those sections. So if you watched the movie and you saw it's white, black, white, and then green in between. And I want this to kind of look real, so I'm just adding that little stripe in there. So I want it to look like the girl from the movie, so we're adding all the details for that purpose. And I think that's all we needed the white for. So we're moving on to our green and blue. we have YG45. And we're going to do everything, but we're not going to do this skirt part right here. So the rest of her outfit, and not her shoes, but her shirt and her leggings will all be in this green, blue, green. So the shadow colors, where we're going to put this YG45. And she has this little pocket in the front, so I'm going to put a little bit of darkness around the side where she would slide her hands into her pockets. And then a little bit underneath because she's got that skirt going on. And then I'm also going to add a bit to this underside of her arms right here. And now I have to do each side of the leggings, but only in the other open spaces. Nothing over the white area. So there we go. A little bit of tiny places, but it's going to be okay. So B32 is next. So I'm just going to continue from where I put that last color, and now it's going to look very blue. This is my second color. I only have one more color. So I'll be adding this blue extending out. Just pretend like it looks the same. It doesn't, but it's okay. We're mixing colors. And same thing down here. We're just deepening those side areas. And don't worry, her shoes are going to be black, so if we get something on her shoes, we don't have to worry about that. The black ink will cover it up. So now it looks a little funny. It's kind of a blue and green. Hey, good job. Thanks, Mom. And then the YG41, we're going to go over the whole thing to bring it back to that green color. So we'll still have a highlight. We'll still have a low light. Now we'll do the collar with just the light color. Just a little sweep over the leggings because we want to leave that highlight area on there. And then we end up with this really nice green color, even though it looked like, let's see how close we got. Pretty close. I would say that's a winner. Okay. So now we're going to do her skirt in brown. So her skirt is brown, and we're going to use E77, 74, and 71. So some brown E's for her skirt, and we're going to try to add a little bit of dimension into this skirt. So it's a small skirt. We don't have a lot of space to do it, but we are going to put some little pleats. So when your skirt goes down and dips up, that's where we're going to put the pleat. Then it goes down and then up, and then it dips down and then it comes up again. So technically, I'm going to try and add one over here because there would be one towards the end that would kind of bring that together. Then we're going to switch to E74. E71 is extremely light, so it's what's going to help accent this part of the skirt. So we're just going a little bit further with our little pleats. So we've almost made it like a little ruffle, kinda. I guess that's how you would describe it. A ruffle, maybe. E71. Just going to put a little bit in the center of each one of these areas. That way it'll still look like she's got a little pleated skirt on, but she'll have some highlight. So there we go. There's our little brown skirt. Say that fast a whole bunch of times. It's a tongue twister. Okay, hair. I said hair was going to be black. So her hair is going to be C9, 7, 6, and 5. So C9, 7, 6, and 5. And then I'm also going to pull this B32 out for her hair. So I'm just going to place a little bit on her hair so you can see where the highlight's going to be. So we're just going to put a little bit in here. And this does two things. One, it marks my highlights. And two, you can almost always see another color in hair like this. It's better to have it underpainted with this color. So I'm going to put just a teeny bit around this part on her face. And then we'll put some down this way. And not a lot, but just a few. And then we'll color it in black from there. So this part of her hair going to be really dark, going from her little part right there. But she'll have some highlight at the top. So we'll get into the details a little bit more on how that works out in just a few minutes. But when I do black, I like to put a bit of some shade of blue underneath it so that it looks more real. Dang it, I don't even have anything to drink left in my cup. No drink, no food. I'm batting 1,000 today, I'm telling you. Okay, so next I'm gonna do her little shoes first so we can get them done. You love when I do fancy coloring. I try to do fancy. I do that a lot, actually. It makes it different because you guys get so used to seeing the same type of thing. I mean, you can only, do it so many ways. So I like to fancy it up a little so you feel like you're learning something when you're watching. C9. I am going to work on the shoes first. So they should be super easy and really quickly done. I'm going to go around the back. I'm going to come along the front. And then I'm just going to touch right here where the boots curve. I'm going to do kind of the same thing on this side. I mean, technically you could shade the inside if you wanted, but I just think they look really cute when you shade the outside, so that's where I went with that. I mean, I don't know that we're going to need all these markers, but C7 is next, so that's where I'm going to put a little bit of that shadow in the center of the boot, and then we're just going to extend out just a teeny bit from where we put our last color, kind of curve out our edges here. We want them to be pretty black because her hair is going to be black too. And we're going to use the same colors for her hair, but we have the blue under it. So you'll be able to see the difference it makes between the two. So C6, we're going to start rounding that out a little bit more, filling it in because we only have one color left. So we're just going around the outside, filling in some of that, leaving just the tip of her boots open for the last color, which is C5. Now, C5 has a lot more colorless blender, so you don't want to do a whole lot of this color or you'll wash out the colors you already have in there. So just a real light little coat over that will do the trick. But if you put too much pressure on there, you're going to wash out those colors. And you don't really want to do that because then you lose the depth. So I don't know why my light looks so bright tonight. But her boots look more like this to me. Okay. I've turned the lights down. I've moved them away from me. I don't really know why. It just seems so dark. I mean, it's dark in here, but so bright on the camera. Okay, C9, we're going to start with her hair. So we want all the shadow areas to be as dark as we can. So we're definitely going to start with this part right here. It's definitely going to be the darkest. And then the front of her hair, this is in front of the back of her hair. I also want to have just some really light, thin brush strokes coming from that center part of her hair. We're going to start right here as well, right up close to her ear. Remember, this hair is in front of this, so we need that little bit of depth there. She is such a cutie. I really like her. And I'm going to tell you, we should do the other image. I think I'm going to go pull it because you guys have got to see it. Let's see if I can do it fast. How fast will it take me to pull it? I can't. I have so many stamp sets from them. But I don't know why my husband wasn't out here to help me. I don't know what he's doing. But they're in here somewhere. So let me see. Give me, oh, get wrecked. I found it. Yay! Okay. This is the other set. And I almost think we are definitely going to have to do this because how fun would it be to do all of this, all of her candy car? I mean, so much stuff going on in that one. This is where Wreck-It Ralph wrecks. And there he is punching it. There's Candy and then King Candy. This is set number 2. So you kind of get all of the really cool stuff in there. Okay, we're going to get back to what's all behind the hair ribbon. Would have a bit of shadow there, and then down this section where her ponytail is behind her head. Yes, I mean, it feels overwhelming when you first look at it, because even I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to color that to look like her car. It's gonna be a lot, but I don't think it's gonna be as hard as we think, and I think it'll be super fun. I also think there's a lot of techniques we can talk about while we're trying to make that look like candy. But it wouldn't fit on the project I'm making tonight, so we had to do just her by herself. So I just built in a little bit of hair right here and then came out from the... You don't know anything about this image? It's from Wreck-It Ralph. Have you not seen Wreck-It Ralph? It's a Disney movie. They're from video games. So Ralph is from the Wreck-It Ralph game, and Fix-It Felix, Ralph's the bad guy, and Fix-It Felix fix everything that Ralph wrecks, one section at a time. Yep. I want to get a few more strands just going up so I can mix this hair together. Oh no, it's okay, but you should check it out with your grandbabies. It's such a cute movie. Okay, so her ponytail right here, I want it to be like wavy hair. Okay, so that's why the part that was sticking out has the blue in it, and the depth that we're going to have in it is going to be right here. So I am going to do this little back and forth right here to start building that in. You don't watch a lot of TV? I watch a lot of Disney Channel, not gonna lie. I am a huge Disney fan. And in fact, last night I watched Tangled. So there's not a whole lot of Disney anything I haven't seen about 100 times. But she's cute. She's a cutie patootie, that's for sure. I really like her. She's funny. In the movie, she's super funny. So she is a racer. Her video game is racing. And they won't let her race because she glitches. So they call her the glitch. Like she has like a flaw. You know how they do when the TV isn't working and it kind of glitches out? Well, that's what she does. And so she is trying to race but can't. And Ralph is frustrated because they always call him the bad guy, and he doesn't want to be the bad guy all the time. So he leaves his game and ends up in her game. And then when they run into each other, it's so funny. They're really funny together. They become best friends. It's really cute. There's a whole lot more that happens, but that's just kind of the gist of it. But it's really cute. Okay. Oh, hi, Sandra. Hey, just saying, I should probably mention it one more time. There is a drawing tonight for a free die set, and it's one that I designed when I was with Schweetz Intimate Stamps, and I have an extra copy of it. So we're going to make it tonight. It's the open box die set, and we're going to make what it makes tonight, and I'll tell you all the different things you can use it for. And all you have to do is comment with your favorite candy. You just tell me what your favorite candy is, and I will pull all those comments after the live and have Dale draw a name, and somebody will win the die set. And then you'll just have to PM me your address once you win, and I will mail it to you. I will mail it tomorrow. So yeah, good thing tonight. Yeah, I love it, but you know, with all the nobody in the U.S. making dies, and I can't go to China right now, so I can't make it again. So for now, it's just a giveaway. But maybe more will come like that in the future. Okay, so this is C7. It's the second color. So I've added a little bit, and I've gone in between where I put the original hair to kind of start spreading that hair out a bit. I'm not really going over where I put it before. I'm just kind of trying to go a little bit in between to start building that hair up a little bit. Notice that I leave all the strands in there because I want you to see that. Anything sour gummy. My favorite is gummy bears, but right now I am on a huge nerd cluster kick right now. Yes, I did. It was one of the first ones that I designed. It was one of the first dies that I did. C6 is the next one, and this is where we want to get the eyebrows done. Eyebrows tend to be a little bit darker than the rest of the hair. You know, if you've been dyeing your hair, but I also like them. Chocolate covered gummy bears? Wow, I never heard of that. I don't think I've ever had one of them. Okay, so C6, we're definitely going to go around the outside and start filling in, but we are going to leave small areas, like right there, for the lightest color, and that's where the strongest part of the blue is, so that you'll be able to see it shine through, because it just makes it look like more natural hair with that color underneath it. So if you think that the colors aren't dark enough, you can always go back in and add more colors, more dark to your girl, which I kind of feel like this one is a little bit light, so we may end up going in there, and that'll just show you guys how to do it. But look at how pretty that hair is so far. I like it. It's coming out very nicely. Sometimes it helps to go back in and just put some shadow areas back in there, but I don't know, it's pretty. Got to try that blue trick, Sandy. Yep. And I used B32, but I've also used B21, B23, B14, and B12 as well. So it really just depends on the mood I'm in at the time. But you can use any one of those light blues underneath there, and it just really gives it that look of real natural hair. So you'll notice I'm going from each side. So I'm going from this side and from this side. I want to make those meet in the middle. So that I get that look of dark, light, dark, light, dark, light. That way it looks like her hair is wavy. So the last color that I have is C5. And again, just like her shoes, this is a really light color, so it's just going to be a sweep back and forth. It's not going to be with a lot of pressure or anything. It's just going to be back and forth to fill in that white. If you wanted, you could leave that white. It's up to you. Caramel Snickers. Yum. Wow. I never had that one either. But, yeah. Just once you smooth this over, like you don't really see the blue, but you do kind of see the blue, because if you think about it, we did this with black without blue and that with blue. Now you have to snack on your gummies. Yay! Your mission is complete. At least you have some. I don't even have any here to snack on. I don't have any snack food. Well, I have moon pies, but that doesn't really count as candy. I don't have any candy in my house. I just get to live through you guys' comments. Now, this is really pretty hair. I'll hold it up so you can really see it. I like it. I'm pretty happy with it. I could use it to be just a little bit darker. So I'm going to add just a teeny bit more in here. So I'm going to go back in with my C9 and add just a little bit more. Oh, yeah. Oh, you just got yours for the pregnancy craving? I hear you. When are you due, Sandra? I'm so excited for you. I'm just adding in the darkest areas a bit more of this darkest color, just to deepen that up. I really want to deepen it up a little bit more. Shameless Snacks, red raspberry. You're due in July. Wow, that's coming faster than you think. I'm going to build these lines back in, like behind her hair, to show that accent. Huh? You're such a goober. Hey, can you get me some more soda in my cup? I've got nothing to drink and my mouth is dry. Thanks, man. Kind of going over the same places I put that dark color before. I just want to make her hair a bit darker. I don't want her to look like she has gray hair. I want her to look like she has black hair. So I thought maybe it would be helpful to just add a little bit more depth in there. So here we go. It's coming super fast. Yeah. Watch the baby be born on your birthday is always a possibility. They seem to come whenever they want. I know my daughter thought Cooper was going to be born on her birthday. She went in the hospital, but she didn't have him for a couple of days. So he's actually the 24th and she's the 21st. So she was in the hospital on her birthday, but so I'm walking the same colors down. I'm just deepening this up a bit. I feel like it just wasn't dark enough for me. Oh, I like that. Good job, honey. Yes. Sorry. We're working on stuff for the for ledouxdesigns, so we can't really show you, but so I'm sorry to tease you, but he was showing me where he's at on something, and it looks really cool. You guys are going to love it. I am excited.
Putting them cosplay skills to work.
My hubby is amazing in his craftiness. All right. Now, instead of going to C6, I'm going to skip that one and just go into the 5 and just do the highlight. You're going to find out the gender this week? Yay! I can't wait. Oh, I hope it's a girl. I hope it's a girl. I hope it's a girl. My niece is having a baby and hers is a girl. I just found out. So maybe it's girl season. So doing the same process I did, I just skipped C6 so that I could keep the highlights and shadows in her hair. I didn't really feel like we needed the C6 to change it. So we just skipped right on to the 5, which is lighter than the lightest one. And see, I think her hair looks so much better with a little bit more depth, but there's something wonky going on right here. We got to fix that. So there we go. Just softening that up. I'm going to have to do something with that. I got a little bit of dark right here. It's driving me crazy. So I'm going to have to go back. I am going to have to use the C6 to fix that. Because we can't be having that little clump of hair look like that. That looks funny. So we're adding a little bit more. And I'm using the C6 just to soften that up a bit. So it doesn't look weird right there like that. There we go. Getting better, getting better. So cute. Well, we'll just put a, you like it darker too? Or you're meant to have a boy gang. Yeah, for sure. You need some more girl in your house. See, I like her better with the darker hair. I just think the darker hair looks better. Let me see if, and I don't think that I do, but let me see if I have any candies. Oh, I do. I'm going to put candy in her hair. I am so doing it. All right. So if you don't know the movie, that's okay. This is what she looks like, and she has candy in her hair. So look, we did pretty good. So she's going to have candy in her hair too. I'm going to put candy in her hair. But we have to cut her out because we're going to need her to put her on the we're going to have to put her on the project that we're doing, the die set that you guys can win if you comment with your favorite candy. So I'm just going to cut her out. I don't think it needs to be all that elaborate, just a little bit. The focus is going to be how cute she is, and no one's going to care about how well I fussy cut her. I don't have the dies because I don't mind fussy cutting. But if I did, I didn't add it to her when drawing because I figured it would be a pain to color in. It would. You have her too. And you can add it even with glitter. Oh yeah, glitter pens. That's true. You can. But I've been working with a bunch of this stuff lately, so that's why it came to my head. I was like, oh, I think I might have some candy we can put in her hair. Yes, I have. I really like these movies, and I really like these characters, and so yeah. Okay, she's my favorite. She's my favorite from the Wreck-It Ralph. So yeah, I have her like this too. She sits on the shelf in my room with Maleficent and some of the characters from Nightmare Before Christmas and some Mickey Mouse. I have some unique pop characters that I got at the Comic Cons when I go with Dale, that are limited edition, glow in the dark, like all kinds of different, but they sit up on that shelf, and Vanelope Fun Schweetz sits with them. I don't have a whole bunch of other ones like beside like Vanelope, but I couldn't even leave her in the box. I had to take her out of the box because she's so cute. But I just love her. She's one of my favorites, so that's why I have the character of her. I have lots of little knick-knack things. I can't help myself. I'm such a kid at heart. It's never gonna change. I mean, Cooper comes over now and he doesn't even want to watch the Disney movies that much. He wants to watch dinosaurs, which I love Jurassic Park, so that works out good too. And there is some Jurassic Park pops up there too. So, yeah. Okay, so she's cut out. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too painful. And we had a story to keep us entertained. Okay, I'm going to zoom out just a bit. Oh, man. My camera's all crooked. Let me straighten myself up here so I don't look crazy. All right. Here's my little girl. She's so cute. Nothing wrong with that, huh? Yep, I have a whole scene. I have the velociraptors, and then I have the scene with, I can't remember if it has the Jeep or anyway, something. And of course, I definitely have Owen because, you know, I have a thing for Chris Pratt. Anywho, let's go ahead and put her sprinkles on her hair, on her head and stuff, so that it can dry while I work on the rest of it. Do you have that done you wanted me to use?
Yeah, it's almost finished.
Okay. Dale says he's making me something for her hair. It's for her hair, right? Okay. I just make sure my...
Put gumdrops on her jacket.
On her jacket? I'm telling you, my husband's a Disney fanatic too, by the way. All right. So right now, I'm just going to add one of these peppermints. And I think I'm going to do the all different color one because I think I like the all different color one. Now we're just going to add it to her hair. I'm making you want to color. I have so much to color. I'm going to be coloring tonight, but I was doing business stuff today. It wasn't fun. Just saying. It was not fun. Okay. And then we're going to put, like, I'm just going to put, like, this little line right here of glue. Because I need to have, like, one of these in her hair, too, I think. I don't know if I have enough glue there, but we'll add more if we need it. This is so fun. Okay. And we're going to put a pink one over here beside. And Barely Art glue is amazing. It dries clear, so it doesn't matter if you get the glue outside of the line, you know, outside of what you're working on, because it's going to dry clear, and so you won't be able to see it anyway. Come on, stay right there in that one spot. I'll hold it with my finger. Disney keeps us young. Yes, it does. It keeps us happy too. All right. Are you almost ready? Because I'm ready, Dale. I need your pieces if you want me to do something with them. Okay, so back here, I'm going to put another one. I'm just going to put this other kind of candy back here. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. This is going to be so much fun. Wait until I show you the project. You're going to be like, wow, I get it. I get it. All right. So I need just a little bit more of this sprinkles, because you know we need sprinkles in our hair. I'll just pick a different color every time. Like maybe we'll put a yellow one in, or I'm trying to find a shorter one. Oh, here we go. I didn't want a big long one in there. We'll just hold that there for a second. And it stays in her hair. Is so good. Okay. So I already cut out the die cut. Did you finish it? Oh, those are going to be good. Okay. Dale made me some little gumdrops for me to add to her hair too. So I was kind of waiting. Let me pick it up with my little picker-upper. Well, it doesn't want to pick up with the picker-upper. Let me use my tweezers. Okay. So I got my little gumdrop right here. And we need another one. We need another gumdrop down here. What color is this one? Purple? Blue. Blue. Blue is great. I will take blue. Okay. And then the orange one can go over here with a couple more sprinkles and then we'll be done. Her hair has lots of candy in it. Seriously. Even in the movie. You'll see when you watch it. This is half the fun right here. No lie. This is half the fun. Okay, we're going to put 2 more sprinkles. Ooh, I got a little goober in my glue. So we need a blue one since we haven't used blue yet. I'm so glad I had these sprinkles. I didn't even know, I wasn't even sure I had these. And then I think I'll put another, maybe an orange one. Oh, I kind of want a littler one. Let's see. If I have an, oh, green. We'll do a little green one because here's a really, oh, yellow. Let's use yellow. Here's a little yellow one. All right. I almost think we need one more of these. I know this is a lot of stuff in her hair, but I love it. I think it's cute. So I want one more of these right here by her ear. And now she has the cutest candy ever. And we have to finish her before we put her on the project. So I'm going to do her eyes in black real quick so they stand out a little bit better. And then we'll have to use the white gel pen for her eyes. I know it has to be here somewhere. Nope, that's silver. Here's white. So I'm going to do a little bit on her bow right here. A little bit here. We're going to do a little bit on her shoes. So just on the tips of her shoes. And then we'll come in here and we'll add her eyes. Oh my goodness. Isn't she just the cutest little girl? Cutie patootie. All right, I'm going to set her aside so her hair can dry, and we're going to work on, close up please. Okay. Look at how cute she is. She's so adorable. I love her hair like that. It's so cute. Okay, so this is the die. So when you cut the die out, it does all of the scoring for you. So it does all of that. You don't have to do any of that. It's all really simple. One piece scores everything for you. I know, right, Meg? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold on all the score lines. Okay. And I'm just going to use my little device here. And when you do that, you're going to fold them all in the same, in towards each other. So for this one is going to go this way, and this one's going to go this way, and this one's, they're all going to go like in towards each other, like a circle, kind of. Just all turned in towards each other. And then, wait, let me do this one. One more. Okay, and then this bottom part right here, we're going to fold this on all the score lines right across the bottom. And then there's one more fold right here. So again, all the folds go in towards each other. All of them go in. So super easy. Now comes the only tricky part. And before I do that, I want you to notice that there's these two little flaps right here. So what we're going to do is, I call them my little legs. We're going to put glue. We're going to hold them down and put glue on them. I don't know, my glue is misbehaving. I think there's like a glue booger in it or something. This is the easiest way to do it. We're going to stand it up, and we're going to take its little arms and push it in. And once we have it lined up where we want it, so I'm trying to see so you guys can see, you just press these little feet down. When you have them where you want them, you just hold them. You can always flip it over. See how it just makes a complete square? So you just hold it there until it sticks. Super easy. And then you'll fold this one down, and you'll put a little bit of glue on half of it. You'll fold this one over. See, they line up really nicely right there, just perfect. Hold it while it dries. Then you'll put glue on this side and a little bit right here where they meet up. Then you fold this over, and you're just going to hold it there so it can dry. Oops. You want to keep its shape, so just hold it. Now you have this little box. So the belly band is on here, but I lost mine, so I have to actually cut the paper. So I'm just going to measure it real quick so I can remember what size. Okay, I got it, or at least an estimate of what I want it to be. So I'm going to use this paper. I'm going to see if I have any, let's see if I have any like cupcakes or candies or anything in here. If I don't, I'll probably use hearts or polka dots, probably the polka dots. I was hoping I still had the cupcake paper, but I don't. So I think we'll use the polka dots. So I'm just gonna take one of these papers out. This is super easy. You wouldn't have to do this because you'd just be able to use the die if you win the die. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut it to, oops, let me do it this way. We'll just do it 2 inches. And then I believe this is 6. It normally is. It's a 6x6 paper pad, so it should be. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this around here. So you're going to start in the front. And what I usually do is you could make it a little bit shorter if you wanted it. I think I want mine a little bit shorter. I think that one is a little bit shorter as well. Is like maybe a, I don't know, 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch or something like that shorter. I was just trying to eyeball it so you didn't have to wait for me to like technically measure it. Yeah. So about 1/8 of an inch smaller. You just lay it, center it over top of here. You'll just press the sides so you can get the shape. Then I usually hold it and do this, you know, just so I can get what the shape is going to be. Exactly where I'm going to want to fold it. And then I will now fold them and crease them. So when I wrap it around, it'll wrap it around perfectly and tight and nice. So just making sure I got those straight lines. And you could just glue it on there like that, but I like those crisp lines. So I'm doing the burnishing, which you can, but you don't have to. Okay. So now when I wrap it around, it goes around perfectly. See? Very simple. So you don't really have to glue all over the whole thing, but I usually put a little bit on the front and then I fold it around just so it holds it still while I'm going around the box. So I want to make sure it's close to the bottom. Fold it over. One will overlap the other. So you want to make sure you glue one on top of the other, because if you don't, yeah, perfectly. But you'll want to glue this one to the box and then this one to that one, because I don't usually put glue on the front. And if you don't glue this one to the box, the whole thing slides right off, and you don't want that. So, and now this way you can use whatever paper you want. And you'll get the die for this size, so you won't have to worry about the sizing or anything like that, because you'll get that die. And then the die, it also comes with some sentiments and a heart, and you can do whatever, you can decorate however you want. This, see if I have a sentiment here. Oh, I do. I have one. Oh, can't pick it up. I can't pick it up. All right. So I already happen to have a sentiment cut out. So I could use hi, or I could use hugs. You could put it up here, or you could put it down here. I think I'm going to use hi, so I'm probably going to move her over to this side, and I'm going to put the little sentiment down here. So you can make this Happy Easter, Happy Mother's Day, Merry Christmas. I mean, you could use this set for anything. I've heard people used it for crafting events where they put little bling in here to give to their friends when they went to an event. You can fit mini candy bars in here. You can pop
candy, which is perfect for Vanelope.
Yes. So yeah, you can, I think Candy is, she is perfect for this. You're right. She is perfect. And that's the reason I thought tonight would be a great night to give away the die, because it is so perfect. Unfortunately, I don't have any candy, but I'm also going to tell you that I originally designed it because it fits these, see these pocket back hand sanitizers from Bath and Body Works? they fit in there perfectly. So they're good gifts for teachers and students and kids and friends, and it fits that. It fits candy. You can put bling in it. You can, pretty much whatever you want, you can put inside this little tiny box. It's so cute. It's easy. It sits up if you want it to sit up. It lays down. Isn't it just the cutest? Oh my gosh, look at her. This is so perfect. How cute is this? So it's easy to put together. It's super simple and quick. This is what it looks like. This is the one that you'll get. It says that on it, but I can't do anything about that. They're not in business anymore, so, but there's also a for you if you didn't want to color, or if you were going to do it like for Christmas and you wanted to put this in it, you could just put one of those in there, or a lotion or something, and then you could put for you on the front, or with love. There's 2 hearts. Or you can color something and stick it on there and do it however you want. But this is what it looks like. You can decorate however you want. And this is the giveaway, so make sure before I end this live that you have listed your favorite candy. I will go through. I don't think there's a whole lot of you who have commented with your favorite candy, so your odds are really good. Oh, wow, you're so smart, my friend. Oh, thanks. I love making stuff like this, and I made this back when we went back to the expo after COVID, and we actually gave pocket back hand sanitizers to everyone who did the make and take for free. And this was the make and take, and we gave them the pocket back hand sanitizer because it was right after COVID and we felt like people could use it, and it was a bit pricey for the company, but we thought it was well worth it. So that's what we did. But yes, designed by me. There you go. Your favorite candy. So I'm excited. I hope you guys really liked that. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I do still have a few more stamp sets in my giveaway stash. So be on the lookout. Make sure you pop in when the lives come on so you don't miss anything. And I will let you guys know who wins in the group just in a few minutes, as soon as I can write everybody's name down and do a drawing. It was long ago. Yeah, it was one of the first dies I did. So yeah, it was a long time ago. But everybody loved it. I mean, we had to keep putting it in stock because it just kept getting requested over and over, even when we ran out. So yeah, we still carried it for quite some time. But definitely, Cheryl, you can still put your name in. If I draw your name, I will still mail it to Canada. So don't worry about that. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you guys liked it. You should check out these stamp sets. They are so super fun. There's actually 2 of them. We used this one, which is Great Grape. And then this is the other one and we should do this. I think we should do this. Oh my goodness. We may have to do that on Thursday. So thank you so much for joining me. It was super, super fun. I hope you guys liked that. Good luck on the drawing, and I will see you guys on Thursday at 8 o'clock Central. Good night.